Here comes Natty. As we talk about our
top 5.
Top 5.
number.
5.
Louis Armstrong.
I see you.
Top 10.
Yeah. Anyway. It certainly is, Louis. It certainly is.
One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Anyway.
First man on the moon. Rest in peace. They're all
Justin Bieber thought it was Neil Patrick Harris.
they're all gone now, aren't they? All the Armstrongs.
Oh.
Well, apart from Alexander.
What about Stretch?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. About Stretch, yeah. I don't think he's still around. He's like a drug abuser now, isn't he, Stretch? Well, so I used to be someone.
He's not as flexible as he used to be, I'll tell you that much.
He got old, isn't he? I used to be somebody. Anyway, number 5.
Only the flab under my arm stretches. Anyway, Nathaniel's number 5.
My number 5 is Dr. Nefarious from Ratchet & Clank 3. Because he's just like, he's like got some of the funniest scenes in the entire game. Like, with his butler.
Whoa, whoa, thank you.
They're robots, they're robots.
Alright. I was just relieved that he said butler and didn't just leave it off there. It's a funny scene with his butt. No, let's not go there.
No, please. It's like, he's like one of those, like one's most memorable bosses. It's like, as far as I know, his boss fight wasn't even that good, but like, everything else about him was just brilliant.
Okay.
So,
what's your number 5, James?
Number 5 is Dr. Fetus. No.
Dr.
No. Hell no. Dr. Robotnik, actually.
Wasn't Top... Oh no, wait. No, that was him, sorry.
What?
I thought that was your number 6, but that was
Yeah,
Nat.
right.
Yeah. It was only like a few minutes ago. I've already forgot.
Lewis.
I already forgot it was only a few minutes ago.
But yeah, basically, Sonic is another one of those games that... Sod that, he's on number 5.
What is wrong with him, James?
Wait, now there. Don't know any words that or not.
James, what is wrong with
That was quite
Dr.
good.
Robotnik.
Well, you see, the thing is, what's wrong with that?
But basically, Sonic's one of those games that, because there were people that grew up. Certain people grew up with Sonic, didn't they?
Yeah.
Personally, I grew up with Mario, not Sonic. So
It's a me, Mario.
it's a me, Mario. It's you. Don't you recognize me? Reference to an older video.
Oh yeah.
By older, he means it came out like
weeks
yesterday.
Oh, yesterday.
And basically, I've not played much Sonic. I've played a few Sonic games, and Robotnik is pretty cool. Basically,
Pretty cool, pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Anyway, so my number 5 is similar to Nat's in a way. Lord Lucian from Fable 2. And his actual boss fight is horrible. Literally, all you do, you don't even have to kill him. Someone else will do it if you don't. But everything else, the thing is, that bastard killed my dog. Not only did he kill my dog, he killed my wife and child, named Rose, after the sister that he also killed. He kills your sister, I named my child after that sister, killed her anyway.
Maybe just something to do with the word rose. Did he go around like the,
No, but here's how it happened.
Did he go around the community gardens with a pair of scissors like, ah, die Rose?
But here's how he kills.
With no roses.
Here's
left
how he
in
kills
that
him. Literally, he shows up to you. He like goes to shoot you. Dog jumps in front of the bullet, takes it for you. He's about to shoot you again. He's like, oh yeah, and I went to your house and killed your family. Have a nice time.
He shoots you.
Yeah, shoots you. But you're a hero, so you can take it.
Oh.
But yeah, but still, that bastard.
Wow.
I mean, I got him back anyway, but still.
Number 4.
It's number 4, yes.
Yeah, it's number 4.
My number 4 is actually James's number 6, Dr. Cortex.
Is it?
Yeah. I think Dr. Cortex is like, basically for all the reasons you said, and just the fact he was like 3 of the people I was considering putting on this list were made by Dr. Cortex, so it only makes sense to put him like at number 4.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
I've heard of worse reasons.
Fair enough.
That changes number 10 reason. Seems cool.
I played.
Just you wait until my number 1.
They're in a game that I played.
It's all good.
It all works out. It all works out.
Just wait till my number 1, guys. So you
Anyway, so you're number 4.
Number 4 is... Who was it? Jesus.
This is why I made a list.
Hang
See?
on. I just had him in my head.
Professional.
That was it. That was it. The Green Goblin from
Oh.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Spider-Man the movie. I think.
The game.
The game.
Spider-Man the movie again.
Spider-Man the movie, the game, the book of the film. The audio book. Wait, was it?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, it was.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Basically, because I still haven't finished that game,
No.
but the Green Goblin, one of the Green Goblin air battles, is the level I always go back to and play. Just because it's so awesome. Because it's not as good as Spider-Man 2, where you can actually land on the streets and like run around. So you're constantly in the air.
Yeah.
But just the fact that you can just suddenly like dive bomb onto him and kick him in the face, then jump back off and web swing.
Yeah.
And apparently you can actually steal his glider. You can like, from what I've heard, you can actually like.
Oh my god.
There's an achievement called like Ride Goblin. Not what it sounds. Where you can basically, I think it's something like you land on the Goblin, and you're like actually on him, and you can control where the glider goes or something.
I've just got a horrible image of Willem Dafoe.
And Tony Maguire.
Yeah, Tony Maguire. I was like, no! Tony, why?
Peter Parker. Yeah, no.
Anyway.
But it's just an awesome guy to fight, and the lines he shouts to you as well. Like, I mean, because he's like saying all these lines to Spider-Man, and Spider-Man's just countering it all with these witty one-liners.
Yeah.
Everything he says, Spider-Man's got a counter for. It's just brilliant.
Your uncle's dead.
Except that. It's like, we are similar, we should not be fighting. We should be brothers. Brothers, huh? Well, I'm telling Mom.
Anyway.
It's pretty terrible.
So my number 4 is Emperor Diviculus from Brutal Legend.
Yeah.
Tim Curry, for one thing. Tim Curry's badass. Well, he's not a badass, but he's awesome. He basically, basically, he's just awesome. He uses the power of rock and roll to try and fight you, and he has lots of S&M stuff, which is less awesome, but still is cool.
And then his voice, like...
Tim Curry, yeah.
Yeah, his voice is so badass.
It's Tim Curry for you.
Number 3.
Okay, then fine. I won't finish.
Carry on.
No, I didn't really have anything else to say anyway, she's badass.
Alright, number 3.
Okay. My number 3 is Venom.
Venom
Yeah.
from
God
Ultimate,
damn it now.
Yeah,
from Ultimate Spider-Man.
just from any
Just
Spider-Man.
from any Spider-Man. Whoa!
I didn't even mean to do that, sorry.
Jesus!
Basically just from anything that he was in. Because, like, he's just, like, he's my favourite superhero villain.
Who's so nice? His favourite supervillain.
Yeah. So it's like...
What, even in
he's just
Spider-Man 3?
really freaking cool. as well.
Even in Spider-Man 3?
I mean, I like Spider-Man 3
Yeah,
and he
I
was
do.
rubbish. But he was rubbish in it.
I mean, any
Leave it at
Spider-Man,
Sandman. Just leave it
any
at Sandman.
game
Sandman was awesome, yeah.
that any game that Venom was in.
Not even Spider-Man Friend or Foe.
Anyway, so my number 3... Right, this is going to cause a lot of controversy, right? Poggle the Lesser from Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
Why is he free?
Because that's
because
what I
it's
mean.
the first film.
Didn't think of it like that. Basically, he has about he has like less than a split second of screen time in that game. He's a villain he's in Attack of the Clones film
Ow.
at the end. He's at the end of Attack. He's like the head
myself at the
honcho
eye.
of the Geonosians, the Geonosian Emperor or something.
You look like you just winked at him.
No, Archduke Geonosian. That's it. Archduke Poggle Lesser. And basically, when he died, the only time he appears in the Revenge of the Sith game for that split second is his death scene on Mustafar. Because basically, you're playing as Anakin, it's a cutscene as well. That's why it's so controversial. Because Anakin's like cutting a hole in the door to get to all the separatists. He's like, yeah, do the hand actions.
Yeah.
They're all like cowering in there. And Poggle is stood in front of the end of one of those like.
I was there. I was there when you found this
You
out.
were there. Yeah, I know you found it out. In front of one of those Mustafarian table type things.
Yeah.
Like a religion or something, Mustafarian. Yeah, on, Mustafarian. Yeah. And basically, Anakin like chops the door down, force pushes the door, perfectly in line with the table where Poggle is like stood against.
Yeah.
And of course, being an insect alien, splat. Brown blood just like spurts.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's his only screen time.
And it was the only good thing in the entirety of his Revenge of the Sith game.
Yeah, because the rest of the game is crap. It's just a beat 'em up.
Oh.
It's like a beat 'em up where it's just, yeah, it's better than the alternate ending. That is, just leave that as the ending, killing Poggle
Yeah.
Lesser.
Just leave that as the game. Just a
Yeah, it's just
cutscene of
the
you
game.
killing.
That is the game. It's Poggle Lesser dying.
It's not even you. Don't even control it. It's just a cutscene.
Yeah.
Anyway, my number.
Replace every enemy in the game with Poggle Lesser. The only way you have to kill them is by force pushing objects at him against tables.
Someone should make that.
So they should make a mini game out of that. Just like it's like a bowling alley,
And you got hit.
and it's just hit loads of him stood against tables. And he's got to run along, and go
If anyone with any programming expertise is
combo
watching,
jang,
yeah, make that game.
get the
I
rights.
don't care if it's a shitty 2D like Flash game. I don't care.
Do 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 do. Boop, boop, boop.
Anyway, so my number 3 is the Lich King from World of Warcraft, and basically it's because that was the best expansion.
Was it?
Yeah,
Like Cataclysm.
Cataclysm. I like Cataclysm, but Wrath of the Lich King was better because it was a better story.
Yeah.
Really, the Lich King was a really good villain because with Ilden, I never really got a sense of him being a threat. I just mainly because I didn't really care for Burning Crusade, like the Burning Crusade lands or anything. I didn't really like that. But when I got to the Wrath of the Lich King stuff, I sort of got myself more engrossed in the story and stuff. Of like it really was quite good. It was like a resistance against the moving force of the Lich King and stuff.
And then Cataclysm had the like Deathwing's bloody high like flyover.
Yeah, but
when the expansion.
you don't really do much with Deathwing, really. I mean, you kill him eventually. That's about it. That's all you do. And then
Mists of Pandaria.
Mists of Pandaria is good, but it's good, but you know, not as good as Lich King was. So yeah, that's why, because it was the best expansion. He was the best World of Warcraft film.
Number 2.
Getting closer.
Welcome to the X Factor. Louis Walsh.
Anyway,
Why is he on this show?
anyway, no.
Bowser from Mario. Just simply because
Would you care to like? Is that your reason?
Well, when you think of a villain, he's one of the first that comes to mind. He's like,
Why is he number 1?
Why is he number 2?
because the guy's number 1 is just fucking better.
Right.
Oh, is he
Yeah.
fucking better than that? He's not just
We're
better.
doing a lot of these sexual references.
He's not just better.
Oh, well, he's
He's
in that
fucking
towards
better.
now. Okay, well,
Yeah.
okay. Number 2 for me, Bowser. Cheers, Nat. Cheers. But my reason is, of course, as I explained with my Dr. Robotnik, I grew up more on Mario than on Sonic. So I just prefer Bowser because I just find him awesome. Especially, the thing that like did it for me was the boss fights on some of the later games, like New Super Mario Bros. Wii. The final boss fight against him, when you think he's dead, then Kamek does his magic, and it's like a giant Bowser,
Yeah.
and you've got to
That is
flee.
good.
I remember that.
And then Super Mario Galaxy,
Oh god,
where-
that's a good one.
you're like on the asteroid, and you've got to like
Yeah.
knock the asteroid into him as he comes forward. And, yeah, that's why. Cheers, Nat, you jerk.
Well, my number
Yeah,
2.
On mine, I think the only Bowser from Mario RPG mainly.
He's a good guy.
I know, but he's not going to count him still.
Anyway, Lewis, moving on.
My number 2 is embarrassingly enough Bowser. No, I'm joking. He's not. My number 2 is actually. I do remember him. I just forgot. Joker. That's it.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Joker from Batman Arkham Asylum. And why? Because Mark Hamill is the greatest Joker of all time. Heath Ledger was good. Mark Hamill is better.
Rest in peace, Heath Ledger.
Yeah. He's not watching this. So.
You think?
Oh.
Jesus.
If from heaven I could watch anything, I wouldn't watch this.
Yeah.
I
Anyway.
would.
Okay. Anyway, so he was the best Joker. Not only that, but he just works really well in these games.
Yeah.
I mean, unfortunately, he won't be in the next game. Spoilers, but
Won't he?
no, unfortunately, spoilers.
Oh, because the Joker got.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
But-
Spoilers if you haven't played this game that's been out for like a year.
Yeah, but he's brilliant.
Joker dies.
Brilliant performance.
Wow.
It's a brilliant performance. A brilliant end.
Spoilers.
Yeah, we've already spoiled, so it doesn't matter. A brilliant end to the character. It was, like he just did a brilliant performance, and he's a brilliant villain for Batman. Anyway, and the games are brilliant, so he's just brilliant. Brilliant. Oh yeah.
Voice break.
Our favourite villains.
Oh
What
god.
are they, Nathaniel?
Captain Racebeard from Rayman 2.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. To each his own. To each
That's
his
so
own.
funny.
Care to elaborate on that?
Oh, yeah, he's like one of the funniest villains. Yeah, he's one of the funniest villains like ever in a game, in my opinion. And
You're just a Rayman fanboy.
and he's got my like
Song
probably
laugh, that is. I'm
my
just a Rayman fanboy.
so, that's what he's probably got like some of my favourite enemies, like the pirates. Like
That's
they're
it. Just the pirates.
Like they're my
You
favourite enemies.
are a pirate. Arr.
Yar har diddly dee.
If you like to sail the sea,
You are a pirate. Or you could just be a sailor.
Yeah.
To be honest.
I thought if you like to do piracy, that made you a pirate.
So, it's
Yar
funny,
har
but-
diddly dee. Being a pirate is alright with me.
If you like to stream movies on the internet, you are a pirate.
If you steal home movies, you are a pirate. Home movies? No, not home movies.
Anyway,
It's like his final boss fight is one of my favourite boss fights ever as well.
Is that it?
okay.
My number 1, Darth Vader. Why? Because
very
he's
controversial.
motherfucking Darth Vader.
It's a very controversial list. We've got
It's not really
very-
controversial
Well,
at all.
James is.
Mostly
Changes
because of The Force Unleashed and Lego Star Wars.
Mm.
But The Force Unleashed, because I always have, I don't know whether it happens with anybody else, my PS2 version of the game, if I complete the final mission, which is to the Death Star, the unfinished Death Star 1, it never seems to save it as completed. It always saves it at the beginning of the level.
Yeah.
So
There's some
I
mods
always
do
have to
that.
keep going. Whenever I go on there, I keep having to replay that level, and it's a long level. But the fight with there's the fight with the Emperor, which is good, but there's too much going on because he's just lightning you. He's using lightning on you, and then he's using lightsaber, and all this. Darth Vader, it's like a proper battle of wits. You proper fight. You're fighting, lightsaber fighting. He sometimes force pushes you, like lifts you up and stuff. But it's just the fact that as you progress through the fight, his armor starts to break.
Yeah.
Until it's the end of it, when like he's got like one of his robotic legs is out. He's got like a bare arm. He's got his face, and it's like the bottom of his mask, and a red eye. And then you have the option to kill him and get the crappy alternative ending. Not as crappy as Revenge of the Sith, though.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Final one.
Good
Chris.
reasons. My final number 1 is Gary from Bully.
And Gary's mod, no what?
No, Gary from Bully. Because
Guess who made Gary's mod?
that bastard. Making it so people could do whatever they wanted with the source ending. Bastard.
Killed Half-Life.
Anyway, yeah. So Gary from Bully, because, well, he's so memorable. He's really, A brilliant actor who played him. Brilliant.
Who was it?
I don't remember.
He's so memorable. He had a brilliant accent.
Whoever he
Who
was.
it? I don't know.
Whoever he was brilliant. He's barely in the game, but he's
Poggle the Lesser.
yeah.
He's Poggle the Lesser of the bully.
Well, not really. He's in it quite. He's in it relatively
More than Poggle the Lesser.
Yeah, he's in it quite a lot, but not that much.
Does he die in the same way?
He's a snake. No, he doesn't die. It's a
Like a
it's
dog.
a game about school. You don't go around killing people. It's a game about school. No, but he wants to take over the school. He's a sociopath. He's snarky as hell. He dresses as a Nazi for Halloween. He's an all-round arsehole.
Why didn't we do these missions for Christopher the
He's
Advent
so
calendar?
class.
Why did we not do that mission?
We could do it for Halloween. He's so classy. Well, not classy, but he's brilliant. He's just brilliant. He's my favourite villain of all time because he is just Gary. He's Gary fucking Smith.
Gary Smith.
I think he's Gary Smith. They might not even be his last name, but I assume it's Gary Smith.
Gary Jones.
No, he's just brilliant.
Gary Barlow.
No, he's
Gary
really
Barlow is my number one villain.
It's a bit harsh.
It's a bit harder.
Anyway.
Gary.
Anyway, that concludes it.
Yeah, that concludes it.
This concludes.
Hope you've enjoyed this top 10. If you have any suggestions for any other top 10s, put them down in the comments below. And we'll see you next month.
Nathaniel, away.